Yes, sir. What's happening, everybody out there? Welcome to the 95 North Sports Machine. You see the crew, man. It is lit already, man. But first and foremost, man, Smitty, Chris, how you fellas doing? It's been a while, man. Y'all been tearing up
Yeah.
the stream yards, man. It's been crazy, man. Bob Rathburn on Monday night, legendary William Andrews just last night. And for those folks that don't know that, these boys been putting in that work. Please visit the Smitty Sports Machine and Chris Tipmore at A1 Forever Sports, where you can catch that exclusive content on their respective platforms. Fellas, before we get into our guests, how you guys doing, man? How's everything, man?
Everything good, man. You've been missing the action like Rambo, but it's
Hell
time
yeah,
to get back in the saddle, man. Trust me, man, we had a blast the last 2 nights to talk to two legends back to back. And sometimes it's funny like that. And I'm waiting on the message because I got another special guest next week. But that time, we're going to be in there next week, man. He's going to be in there like swimwear. So, yeah, man, I'm ready to get this thing started, man. And like you said, we got, guests on the show. And we just going to have some fun tonight talking sports.
Chris, what it do, man?
Yeah. Hey, man, what it is, what it does. Missing in action, Birdo, man. But hey, we all got to handle our business. Hey, man. Hey, thing about it is we're working, trying to bring you guys the best content that we possibly can. That's what we're going to continue to do. We have a few other things working behind the scenes. So y'all just stay tuned. Keep that notification bell ready. You already know A1 Forever Sports, the show that's cool and fly too. Be generational because it's always time to be. And don't you settle for less because you can always have more with the vision. We got special guests in the building tonight.
Let's welcome in, man, to the show. Be Rich and Trey Boy of the Water Boys, ladies and gentlemen, man. Incredible duo, man.
Yes.
Welcome to this Falcon space, man. Just welcome, man. Glad to see two other guys that can talk Falcons football, man. It's a pleasure and honor to have you guys on here. But I'm gonna stop, man. I'm gonna leave the floor to you guys. Please promote yourselves. Let us know where folks can find you and how you guys became Falcon fans.
Trey, go ahead.
Man, well, look, I'll start off. Look, before I even say anything about myself, I told y'all when we were getting ready. I told y'all that boy Chris was going to go biblical. My man is a motivational speaker out here, man. Now, I thought Arthur Smith had a few failures, but his failure was not having you as a motivational speaker. When he was putting together game plans, Arthur Smith should have had you giving the motivation. I'm trying to tell you, Chris.
On, man. Hey, man, any way I can help the team, man. I'm all about the logo, man. That's all.
That's what's up.
Hey, man. Well, look, I thank y'all, man. Berto, Smitty, Chris, man. Thank y'all for having me and my partner Be Rich out, man. To just tell you a little bit about us, man. We are the Waterboy Show, man. We both are born and raised in Atlanta. I myself come from the east side of Atlanta, man. Grew up off of Gresham Road. Grew up going to the Falcons games, man. Have loved the Falcons for years. And, like through all the things that I've done, man, I've always wanted to get into a point where I could talk about the Falcons, talk about Hawks, talk about BOYZ, talk about the good times in Atlanta sports. And unfortunately, bad times in Atlanta sports. Because we know we have unfortunately had some of those, man. So me and my partner started a podcast. You can find us everywhere you look online, man, at The Waterboy Show. That's TheWaterboyShow, man. That's The Waterboy Show. You can find us there on IG. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Facebook. And you can find me at Treyboy Play, which is TreyBoyPlay. Find me on IG, man, and find me on TikTok, man. And I'm just ready to get into it, man. Talk about these birds.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what up? What up? This your boy B Rich, man. I'm from Southwest Atlanta, the SWATs, man. I've been a Falcon fan for the longest. I love everything Atlanta. I'm so Atlanta. I wear a hat everywhere I go. This is my badge of honor. Every time I have it, I'm out. Ace Smooth, man. William Andrews is my favorite running back of all time. My favorite Falcon besides Deion Sanders. I talk about him all the time. We have a segment that we just put out. I talked about the
I'm gonna have him on again. I'm gonna have him on again. I talked to him today, so I have him on again. I got you, bro.
Yeah. So in our show, we talked about we're gonna put a clip out where he did the 80-yard run in Denver when he trucked over the linebacker and shot like a cannon all the way down on the left side of the field. That was one of the greatest plays in Falcon history, I remember. But yeah, man, I'm from Atlanta, man. I graduated from Albany State in Albany, Georgia, man. I did music.
What high school you went to?
I went to North Atlanta. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what I was saying, Yeah, so I've been doing this for a minute. Been doing music, managed B.O.B. Kevin Gates. Been on T.I.'s management team. So we come. We come from the music. Trey's a dope artist, dope writer. Wrote a lot of hits that you know. So we're two music guys that's from Atlanta. It came to do the podcast, sports podcast, because we talk shit. You know, if you go look up something on YouTube, Playboy Trey and B Rich telling fat jokes. That's how we realized that we had a good chemistry. And if you go look that up, we was on tour. And we just going back, and I'm like, you know what? We need to well, Trey actually been talking about podcasts since shit 2003, 2000, probably earlier than that.
Nah, 2013 is when I started talking about I want the podcast.
My bad, I'm kind of done. Went a little bit back too far, but yeah. But let's get this started, man. We're ready to talk about the Falcons. Let's go.
2003, goddamn, Chris was in diapers. Sorry. Anyways, but we're gonna be.
Man, why y'all do the biblical brother like that, man?
What did I tell y'all? Tell you before the show, Trey? What did I tell you before?
That's my brother.
I gotta wake up every morning to be a strong black man to deal with these.
Oh shit!
Every morning. All my life I had to fight, man.
Oh Lord!
You know the ignorance don't commence with me because I'm telling you, I'm 24/7 ignorant.
Oh, that's a fact, man. Shit.
Better believe it,
man. Like my man said, man. Let's talk about these birds, man. Atlanta Falcons, man. OTAs is underway. Currently we are in OTAs now. Next week we finish June 10th through the 12th. It's the mandatory mini camp for these Atlanta Falcons before they break into the little off-season vacations, training, whatever they decide to do. And then, boom. And that all-important date that's coming out soon in July, training camp to start off the 2024 season, man. But a lot of new additions have been made to this Atlanta Falcons team, man. Absolutely, we had a great draft. I don't care what nobody says, man. I think the Falcons had an outstanding draft, really addressing a lot of key needs at certain positions. So I'll let that be what it is, man. But right now, as we get ready, as we're getting through these OTAs, comes the question, man. So much new talent has been added to these Atlanta Falcons, man. But are there any current vets on the team that's currently in danger of losing their spots, right? And I'm going to bring up the depth chart right quick. I'm going to share that with y'all. 1 second, and then we're going to talk about this. Uh-oh, he's already flying. But there you have it, man. The 2024 depth chart for these Atlanta Falcons. Of course, these a lot of these names are going to be subject to change either by post first June cuts or trades or some whatever what may have you, whatever. But as it stands, Kirk Cousins solidifying himself as quarterback number one, having already building a great relationship with Drake London, Bijan Robinson, Darnell Mooney. It's good to see Pitts flying across the field or flying all around the field. So big things are coming from Pitts. But in this offense right now, as it's currently structured, is there any new additions that you guys see that might supplant one of these vets that are already on this offensive side? We'll touch on the defense as well, but offensive speaking, man, what do you guys see as a possible change in this offense going into 2024, man? I'll start with Trey Boy, if you want to kick this one off, man.
Man, honestly, man, as I was thinking about this, I think we kind of locked on the offense as far as like any vets that I see being moved out. With our offense, outside of, I would say probably Jake Matthews, and then we got McGarry over there on the right side. Outside of them, the offense is kind of young. You know what I'm saying? Bijan not finna get replaced. Him or Algier not gonna get replaced. Drake London is expected to be the number one. Now, will Darnell Mooney or one of the other guys prove to be a bigger threat or a bigger receiver that we can depend on? We'll see, but that still won't move London out. Kyle Pitts, he is what he is. This is one of those years for him. Robert Burns, man, I don't even necessarily remember. Was Robert Burns with us last year? I don't even necessarily remember that name at 4.
I don't think so.
Last year, yeah, okay, yeah. Drew Dowman,
about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, Jerome Young, Dallman Young, Lindstrom Beast. I think we set on the offensive side. There definitely are some guys on the defensive side though, but I step back and let somebody else take that. I think we good on the offense. I want to discuss the defense when that comes up.
Definitely. Be Rich.
Go ahead, Be Rich.
I mean, only person I see that's not making the roster is Robert Burns. I don't see no need for a fullback on the team. I feel like we got a lot of good running backs on the team. I think we're set there. They may need some extra blocking, but they'll probably keep an extra tight end, get rid of the fullback. I don't really see the need for them.
Yeah,
solid.
Other than that, I'm dead on what Trey said. I hope Caleb McGarrett can step it up. I've always, I've been pulling for him even when he had the heart issue. So I hope he can pull it together because he's gonna have to be that man when Penix comes. I will say it's going to be a win-win at QB because if the pressure is on from Penix, that means Kirk Cousins has to produce or he's going to lose his spot. So if he does produce, that's only going to mean a good sign for us, and it's going to be good for this offense because I think this offense is very explosive. So I think the person that's going to probably have the breakout year is Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson. I think when they was talking about him being like Christian McCaffrey, I think we underutilized him last year. I think that this is going to be his year. And if you're a fantasy sports, I would definitely pick up Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson.
Woo. God damn.
I'm doing that anyway. And I'm glad you said that because they had going back the last 2 years. They couldn't hit the barn with a bar of soap. But one guy that I think gonna be on the cutting board is gonna be Taylor Heineke. I think they find a way to cut him because I don't think they're gonna take a chance of letting Penix sit behind Taylor Heineke and ruin his confidence. So I think Taylor Heineke gonna be odd man out. And if you talk about any other position, I would look at Rondale Moore. He may make the 53-man roster, but he may get pushed down the depth chart because I can see one of those other wide receivers, Casey Washington or Kadera Hodge, who's been here for a couple of years, possibly taking that third spot. So Rondale Moore would be one guy to keep an eye on. And like my boy Tony Wright said in the chat, and I did a video on it earlier, I could see them going to get Corey Davis, man. That would be a nice signing, a veteran with good hands, route running, and run out and catching. If y'all remember him coming out of Western Michigan, that's what he was known for, run out to the catch.
Hey, is Rondale Moore? Is Rondale Moore the guy out of Arizona or that's the Chicago guy?
Right.
That's the guy we traded for. We traded Desmond Ridder.
All right, I got you.
We kicked Desmond Ridder down to Arizona for a Kansas City back.
I think he's gonna be all right, Smooth.
Yeah, he'll be all right, but I'm saying, I'm saying though, but the way his role is in this team, I just think he'll be a Taylor Gabriel type guy in his offense. I don't think he's gonna be a main guy. He may be a gadget guy. So you can see him lined up. You can see him lined up in the backfield, in the slot, kick return, punt return. He's just gonna be doing some of the things. That's just
gotcha.
Yeah.
What you got, Chris?
Well, I was going to go Rondale Moore myself, but I mean, Smitty kind of already touched on it. Really, honestly, Rondale Moore for me, just because you do have just because you do have Casey Washington and you got Isaiah Wooten, who's back there in the fourth. But if he can impress enough, he has enough talent to possibly impress him and leapfrog a Josh Ali or a guy like Chris Blair, two guys that I haven't seen a whole lot from on this team before. So a new guy like that can possibly come in with a spark and possibly generate some offense. I mean, Kadera Hodge, he's on a 1 year. Moore is on a 1 year. You never know. These other guys like Washington, Wooten, those guys could possibly leapfrog. So everywhere else, I think we're pretty straight. Everywhere else, I think we're pretty straight. But
I'm gonna go on the limb. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. If you finish, my bad.
Oh no, I was just saying Rondale's a guy that I would probably just look at. I mean, if I had to look at anybody. But honestly, I can really go back to what Trey Boy was saying that we are really set all the way around. But if I just had to pick on a guy, I would say Rondale Moore.
I'll go a little bit left on this one. Disagree with something right here. The weakest link for me is Caleb McGarry. And Trey Boy, you know where I'm going with this because shout out to you. You put a great video early on today that's available on TikTok, man. And Caleb McGarry for me. Reverting back to a more pocket presence quarterback, as we all know, with Kirk Cousins. And while PFF has blessed us with the grades and all these accolades and stuff like that, one thing that this man is not good at is pass protection, man. He's always been the weakest link dating back to the years of Matt Ryan. Those are offensive line that year in and year out, we're giving 40+ sacks a year as a unit. And Caleb McGarry was the one that was always on skates, man. So and in smart starts last year, Storm Norton did come in and held his own, and he graded out fairly well in both the run and the pass. So I think that low key, this could be an intense training camp battle between these two vets right here. There has been some things said behind the scenes that Caleb McGarry, depending on what his performance is this year, could be a cap casualty next year. And it's an affordable contract to move away from. I think there's like $3 million in dead cap that it will be accounted for, and the Falcons, of course, could probably ingest that. But without anything else, man, I think Caleb McGarry could be the one going into training camp on the hot seat at that right tackle position. And Trey, like you mentioned too, man, whenever Penix does make his debut, that's going to be very important, protecting his blind side. So please let the folks know a little bit more what you was talking about in your video from earlier today in regards to Caleb McGarry, man.
Well, first thing I want to say, as my brother B Rich so eloquently said in his opening about how he hopes Caleb McGarry may do better or whatever he said this year. I've been married for 12 years and my wife's still hoping I leave the damn toilet seat down, and it ain't happened yet.
Oh,
it ain't happened
Lord.
yet. And I'm about to tell you, Caleb McGarry is not going to change. Like Caleb McGarry, yes, I think Caleb McGarry is an above average run blocker, but we have seen enough. He is a average to below average pass blocker. And you had Ritter back there. You had Mariota, who could escape a little bit. Kirk coming off an Achilles. He don't need to be dealing with that, man. This man back there on skates. Kirk probably can't even get a skate round the same foot his Achilles hurt. I'm trying to tell you, when they got McGarry on skates, man. I'm just telling you. But to my point,
they did not have McGarry on skates, bro. Because he would move way faster if he was.
McGarry is on skates, man.
He would move way faster if he was, bro.
Caleb McGarry be like this.
Them feet would move way faster if he was on skates. I'm telling you.
Oh man,
he be getting pushed back, boy. Onto my boy, he just be dancing, boy. You think he doing some kind of dance? But man, but to Berto's point, I was just saying how once Penix does take over, right? Penix being a lefty, so his blind side is going to be on the right side. Now, I'm sure the coaches know this, but I just felt like talking about it in our video for the people who may not think deep enough to think about that. We're going to need to improve the pass blocking on the right side, because you do not need, I'm telling you, man, Penix going to think he back in that national championship again if they let Caleb McGarry be the right tackle for him. He gonna start seeing Michigan all over again. The boy going to have nightmares back there. McGarry is the right tackle, I promise you.
Yeah, all right. It's gonna be tough. Dude got feet like cinder blocks. So
that's why I was saying. I said them feet would definitely be moving faster if they was on some skates.
You ain't lying, Chris. They would say my man, if I could get him a cool. Hey, look, here in Atlanta and can't even skate. Well, I can't skate either. So let me shut up.
I'm about to say, hold on now.
I'm saying nothing.
You get me out. You want to see a good laugh? Yeah, throw me some skates. All right, good laugh,
hey, man. Oh man, one thing that we don't want being funny in any way. What? I can't skate to save my life, bro. I'm a hell of a skater on grass. What you talking about? But hey, man. So one area we don't need no funny business in is this new 3-4. Well, not new 3-4 defense. It's we're reverting back again to the times of Dean Pease when he was here, man. We're going back to that 3-4 alignment. This is probably gonna be a hybrid 3-4-4-3, but definitely gonna be running most of the looks out of a base 3-4. A lot of additions have been made on this defensive side of the ball. We talked, Rook Oro out of Clemson, Braylon Trice out of Washington, my guy and Chris's guy, Brandon Dorlus out of Oregon. Don't forget also Eddie Goldman decided to unretire yet again and grace us with his presence. Thus far, he's stuck around in OTAs. We'll see when training camp comes along, and who knows, he might retire again. We pray that he don't. But and another defensive addition, man, could be a sleeper, James Smith Williams from Washington as well, man. So there's a lot of pieces on here on this defense, but as it currently states, you see the lineup. You see the vets that are ahead. Big things are expected out of Zach Harrison. We're hoping that Grady and Omanyata just rebound back to form. Both of those gentlemen dealing with a lot of injuries. Grady, of course, as we all know, we lost him for the year. We have possibly some breakout candidates in this linebacking core with Ebiketie and a possible change in position for Caden Ellis, but we'll leave that for training camp when that starts, if they ever do. But, gentlemen, out of all these additions that we have made on defense, and as it currently states with these starters on defense, who do you see where do you see the shuffle in defensive line, the linebacker, or the secondary as these new players coming in, unseating some of these vets that we currently have on the team? Trey Boy, go ahead, man. I'll start over with you.
Man, so as far as defense, so I see who we have locked in as starters right there. Like me, I think Troy Anderson. To me, this a year that I don't know if Troy Anderson gets pushed to the side. We'll see how the new coaches decide how they want to use him. Nate Landman came in last year, knocking heads. Now, he doesn't have the speed Troy Anderson has, but I don't know. He came in knocking heads. He could be somebody that I could easily see taking Troy's spot, and they use Troy maybe like more on third downs, maybe kind of use him to kind of rush the passer a little bit more, use his speed. He's one person that I could see. Lorenzo Carter, of course, he's a crafty vet, but if Braylon Trice can come in and really do what he's been doing in college, I could see Braylon Trice easily getting that spot. D'Angelo Malone, I think, just like baseball, I kind of feel like he up out of there. I think he up out of there. I think Taquan Graham, unfortunately, he showed some flashes here and there, but I'm still thinking about that fumble. When he got the fumble, then he fumbled again. He might be up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Once they start letting some of the younger boys play, once you start looking at Rook, once you start seeing him get on the field, and what my man out of Oregon,
Brandon Douglas, he's right here. He's currently fourth string.
Oh, don't worry, he gonna climb.
Oh, he definitely gonna climb.
Don't worry.
Be Rich, what you got, bro?
Hey, so what I see is I'm really praying for the guy from Clemson, Rook. I really think he's gonna come unearth one of these guys. I don't think Jared is a defensive end. I think he's more, nose tackle. So I see Rookie taking John Jarrett's spot and Jarrett moving Met out the way. And I'm really looking at the Notre Dame guy, what's his name?
JD Burton.
I think JD gonna come in and be the captain of the team one day. He's gonna be the leader. He's just like one of them hard-nosed Captain America type dudes. I think he gonna come in and make a name for himself in training camp. I played with people like him, and I know his type of attitude. I just watched him. I think he's gonna come in and improve himself and be like a let me think of somebody.
Nate Landman, who already out there.
Like what's the 49ers general manager name?
Oh, you're talking about
John
Lynch? Like a linebacker, John Lynch type of dude. You know what I'm saying? I see him being something like
that's a good copy.
I can see him being something like that. So hopefully he paying out. Look, and that's my Falcon fan coming out. Hoping
that's cool.
Yeah, and I like like when we drafted Rook, I was like, who the hell? And I know a lot of people had him.
A lot of people were.
And I know how we look at Mel Kiper and all the ESPN, like he was like really graded down. But after just looking at his highlights and just doing more research on him, man, he looked like a stud, bro. Like he looked like he gonna really come out there and do something. And I'm banking on this. I'm banking on Terry Fontenot and Raheem that they really know their stuff. And you know what though? And we all men of color, and I'm pulling for them. And I'm pulling for Terry Fontenot to shut these fools up for the draft he had this year. Trey had we had put out a clip on when Patrick Mahomes got drafted and how everybody just ripped the GM and ripped the pick.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's gonna be that.
Hey, look now, I can't. Hey, look, that's my brother. Hey, listen, that's my brother, but I can't let him get away from it. I can't let him do this to y'all. He does not like Terry Fontenot. So let me just throw that out there. He does not like Terry Fontenot.
I do like Terry Fontenot.
No, he does not. This man has trashed him in so many of our text chats. He does not like Terry Fontenot.
It wasn't Terry Fontenot. It was Arthur Smith, bro.
It was him along with it.
No, I didn't like.
Okay, I'm gonna see you on Friday.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna see you on Friday, and I'm gonna show you the text messages.
Hey, listen, I did not like Arthur Smith from the rip, and I can't show y'all our text thread because I really let him have it, and then over the years I kind of like gained some respect for him. But like I called him Coach Pussy because he just looked like a pussy to me.
Oh,
you know what
Lord.
I'm saying? And I just didn't respect it, bro. And it's just like
man.
He looked like he suffered from the nepotism. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
Like his dad over FedEx. And I ain't saying he no bad coach, but he wasn't no head coach. It was some better head coaches out there when we needed them.
Rich kid complex.
Yeah, there you go. But like he was a better coach than I thought, but he wasn't the right coach for the Falcons at that time. I feel like he's gonna do good in Pittsburgh though. I feel like they got a good head coach there, and he got something to work with. Like let me ask y'all this, and I know I'm taking off subject.
Cool.
Why didn't we get the Denver quarterback? The Pittsburgh quarterback. I can't think of his name right now. And I know
Justin Fields.
Yeah, why we didn't get him? Because of the future.
He didn't want to come here.
I don't think he wanted to come. It wouldn't have been good for business, man. Him coming over here, man. The Atlanta Airways would have probably tortured him every morning. That man got in his car playing Future. Every time he came to the ball club, where's Sierra? It would have been a bad marriage right there.
I agree. I agree. But do y'all think he's better than Do y'all think he's better than Kirk Cousins?
No.
Okay.
No, not at this point. No,
not at this point. No.
All right, cool. Y'all making me feel better. All right, cool.
Yeah, no, man. Kirk Cousins, man. A lot of people, man, just to put y'all on. Well, not y'all, but like everybody that's watching our game, man. Kirk Cousins. We've talked about him so much on this platform, man. This man was balling. He could have been the MVP last year.
Yeah.
Right. And 4 years before that, man, this was a guy that was top 5 in every quarterback category. So Kirk's been doing his thing, man. He's been doing his thing, and I got full faith that he will continue to do his thing in Atlanta once training camp rolls around and the season starts, man. He's gonna be producing, man. So I'm not even worried about Kirk Cousins, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Tonyo, don't come here with that bullshit.
Who's that, Joey?
Tonyo.
Oh man, you know what's going on.
Oh, Antonio.
Dog. Yeah, he on that bullshit.
Oh shit! Look at him. Y'all boys
rain. I was just like, Lord have mercy.
I'm telling you, man, we got some of the best viewers on the planet, man. Love everybody that comes through and supports us, man. Always keeps us. Everybody keeps us right, man. Always, man. It's awesome, man. But Smitty, man, to keep going along, man, with this, man. Any prospects you see of what we got in this draft or even in free agency to go ahead and unplant or unseat one of these starters now, man?
I agree with D'Angelo Malone. I think he won't fit. But I think Lorenzo Carter job might get taken. And if y'all been following me for the long haul, y'all know how much I went out to Bradley Nate when he got drafted out of Utah. You talk about a guy who had 13 sacks his senior year, power rusher, takes great angles. He just hadn't got the chance. He was in Dallas, didn't work out, went to the Jets, was on the practice squad. So now he's in a system that best fits his skill set. So that's a name that y'all probably should look out for because he's been around a while and he may get a chance. I think Mike Hughes is gone as well. Dan Cruikshank. I think when he was in Tennessee the last couple of years, he got a good bit of starts. So he's a guy at safety that could come up and challenge Richard Grant for that backup spot. So Luka Dennis, y'all remember him from the UFL, XFL, or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what y'all said. James Smith-Williams, I think he's going to be a sleeper signing because he's a great rotational piece. Laquel London played strong last year, all year. And like I said, Taquan Graham, man, he's a great run stopper. He plays to run very well, but when it comes to pass rush, can't never just get his footing, man. And I think that's going to be his downfall at the end. And y'all talked about Ruke. He has more athletic upside than Tavondre Sweat and Johnny Newton. And a lot of people didn't see it because he played at Clemson. But I watched Ruke for the last 2 years, and I kind of figured he would end up a second-round pick. Yeah, that's all I have.
Bro, I'm gonna agree with you right quick before we go to Chris. I'm sorry, man. With the situation with Rook, man, he catches flack, man, because he really wasn't that productive in Clemson, right? But what folks, a little bit of backstory on him. He just started playing football in 2017, I
Yeah, I
believe. So
heard that.
he's learning.
2017.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
2017.
Yeah. So he's learning, man, and this is clay that needs to be molded, right? And Coach Raheem
Right.
Morris and Jimmy Lake, hopefully they can mold this young man into a unstoppable force, right? A lot of people have said, oh, it was a reach. Nah, not really, man. And you know what? A lot of people say that because the Johnny Newtons of the world were there, but all it took was one team to start drafting a defensive tackle before the trend on all defensive tackles went. So we probably wouldn't have gotten Rook, if we stayed at what is it, 40, whatever, 46,
43.
Or
43.
42, whatever it was. Some team might have gotten Froggy and wanted to leap the Falcons to take Rook. So if we would have sat there, man, we probably would have missed out on him and changed our draft plans. So I'm not mad for the Falcons to go up and draft Rook, man. The boy needs time. I think he's coming into a good situation in Atlanta with so many vets in front of him that are going to teach him the game the right way. So in spot starts, I think this kid can can create some havoc, man. So for me personally, I want to see Rook and Zach on the field at the same time, because those are some two athletic guys that can probably create a world of chaos, if schemed correctly. So I'm sorry, Chris. I'll let you go, man.
But before you go, Chris, y'all got to remember too, man, they've been scouting Rook since probably 2018, 2019. Because y'all got to remember he played on a team with AJ Terrell. So Clemson has always been a pipeline school for the Falcons, and it's going to continue to be for the long haul. So just remember, it just didn't start scouting him last year before. They've been scouting Rook for a couple of years now. So that's another reason why. That's another reason why he's probably here.
Mm-hmm. I just wish that Vic Beasley would have panned out. That's all, bro.
And they used him wrong. They used him
wrong. Yep. That's it, man. That's it.
Chris,
what you man?
All I'm just gonna say is Zoe Carter, watch your back, because Braylon Trice, he's 6'3", 245, first team all Pac-12,
265. 265.
Oh yes,
he's a big dude.
Yeah, but regardless, good relationship with the defensive coordinator and Jimmy Lake. I also believe that he can come in and produce, and I believe that Lorenzo Carter will be expendable once they see what Braylon Trice can really do.
100%, man.
Every time I hear Braylon Trice's name, I can't say athletically because I need to watch more of Braylon Trice. He may be more athletic than this player, man.
I watched him.
Man, what's the outside linebacker, man? What's the outside linebacker who came out of Michigan and played outside linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers during the Ben Roethlisberger years, man? I don't know why Braylon Trice kind of reminds me of that guy, man.
He played outside linebacker?
He played outside linebacker. He came from Michigan.
Lamar Whitley.
Outside linebacker came. What's his name?
Lamar
Whitley. He kind of seemed like he would be like a player in the mold of that, man. Like he used to get to the quarterback.
Yeah. Let me bring this up right here. So this is 2023 leaders among edge rushers. Braylon Trice, man, right there in rushes, man, had more rushes than the 15th overall pick in this year's draft, and a Falcon favorite, and a guy heavily linked to the Falcons, Latayu Latu. So it says a lot about this man. Braylon Trice has a nonstop motor, man. So hopefully we reap the benefits on that. Scheming him correctly, and just having him be the creature of havoc that he was in Washington and for the nation as well, man. So.
Hey, question: the guy from Georgia didn't make it? The Zion dude?
Zion is on the roster still. Yep, he's still on there.
What's he's not on depth chart?
Let me see.
Probably not.
He's gonna be a count though. I mean,
he's still on the roster. He's a 90-man roster. This just a mock-up.
Oh, gotcha.
This ain't fine. It's just a mock-up.
Okay, cool. I got you. All right.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
I think he'll be fine though, man. I think he's a sleeper.
He's 6'6", about 320. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, I think if he can find his footing, he can definitely produce.
Yeah, I think is definitely some of the guys that were mentioned already. LaCale London, and Taquan Graham, man. I think one guy can possibly do both of those both men's job, and that's Brandon Dorlus. And Chris, you know a thing or two about Brandon Dorlus yourself, man. But the way Brandon was schemed in Oregon, it's exactly the job that's going to be called for LaKale London and Taquan Graham to do, which is obviously pass rush and stop the run, which he did both phenomenally in Oregon. He's kind of that positionless player on the team right now. Brandon Dorlus is. So I can see him with all those attributes really unseating and possibly making expandable a guy like LaKale London and Taquan Graham. And that's just my opinion, man. I think very highly of Brandon Dorlus in his game, man. But
we're gonna go on anywhere.
Go ahead, bro. Huh? Yeah, you can put him anywhere, man. Absolutely.
And what's crazy, we always talk about we need a big body in the middle to eat space. If Eddie Goldman works out like he's supposed to, he's gonna be that guy.
Yeah, I forgot about him. I just hope he just got his head together, man.
That's a fact. That is a fact, B Rich, man. We all pray for that.
Yeah, if he have his head together, man, we're gonna be right on there.
Yeah.
You know what? If I think the Falcons have, depth. Like we've never really had this much depth. Quality backups, quality starters. We have quality on offense, and we have quality on defense. And there's no big names on here. And for some reason, we talked about this on the Waterboy show. It's like it's just some teams are never known for positions. Like we're never known for defensive line. I don't know why. Hopefully we got it right this time, man. Hopefully we got it right this time.
We've had some good guys over the years, but you're right.
Got to address this right quick. Quick question that popped up. Trying to look for it right quick. Excuse me, fellas, 1 minute. Where the hell is it? Okay, here we go. So
go ahead, my bad. Go back.
No, you good. I got you right here. The check down, Steve the Check Down, another great Falcons content creator on YouTube, and definitely check out his YouTube platform, man. One of the cleanest. Trey Boy, you talk about my cameraman, and you got to check out Steven Check Down. That is like pure cinema. The way he delivers is unbelievable. Yeah. But he goes on to say Russ was the only proven QB available, 2 Super Bowl appearances and Super Bowl wins. He's just saying, and I get that.
That's a great point. Great point.
That's a great point.
Not coming to Atlanta, y'all. He wasn't.
We play in a league that is in demand, and what have you done for me lately? And what can you honestly say on Russell Wilson's behalf that he has done as of late? I think he's anywhere from 8 to 10 years removed from a championship, and he really hasn't done much, but more than just change NFL teams, right? Unfortunately, he may be on that decline, but that will be for Pittsburgh to figure out. But I don't think it would have been a player that Atlanta would want to invest in with all the possible distractions and a player that is probably on a rapid decline. So it was a safe bet getting a guy like Kirk Cousins. I know that the injury speaks for itself and stuff like that, but with medicine and how technology is nowadays, man, I don't think Kirk will feel any effects from this Achilles injuries, man. We had guys in the past that played premium positions, such as Terrell Suggs, who tore his Achilles, third game out of the year, and he was back for the playoffs for the Ravens and picked up right where he left off. So, I figure that same thing will happen. He will pick up right where he left off, man. So,
and think about this too, Berto. Think about this too. If you look at what happened last year in Denver, to be honest, wasn't a great teammate, and all his teammates let him know it. You see him get cussed out on the field about 2 or 3 times by his teammates. So if you're not a good teammate, you already know Arthur Blank and Terry Faulkner are not going for that. Yeah. So that could be another reason why he's not here.
Absolutely. I mean, this man asked for his own office. This man had his own office, a player with his own office. Now look, I love Russell Wilson and I respect what Russell Wilson did, but I will say this. Because I respect the organization a lot as well. If the Seattle Seahawks decided they needed to let him walk, it's something they were seeing every day that we are not privy to. It's something they were seeing, something they were feeling, and right now they're looking smart. No, they don't have the quarter of the future yet, but if they let him walk, that says a lot to me. I mean, that's just me. I can't speak for anybody else.
And this just came to mind. I'm glad you said that about Seattle. Marshall Lynch did an interview on Shannon Sharp's Shay Shay Club. Shay Shay said nobody on the team had Russell Wilson's number. Nobody, not even Marshawn Lynch. What does that tell you? If he doesn't want to be connected to his teammates, he's not a leader on the field or in the locker room. He's just talented. And without that type leadership, come on, man.
You got to think about this. Nobody has came to this man's defense at all through these allegations. Think about that.
Not at all.
Nobody has came to Russ's defense.
It seemed like ever since he got with Sierra, it just went all downhill.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm serious. Hey,
don't let's go. Talk about it.
Come on,
I'm speaking fast.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying, like, Sierra just brought down Future. His career went down. Then when she
hold on, man. Come on, man. Please tell me what has gone down.
I can't say that about Future.
Am I speaking facts?
Say that about Future.
When he listen. When he
got more chicken than KFC.
Hold on. When he did the song with Pharrell. When he did the song with Pharrell, his stock was low. Then he left Future, came back to the A, plugged back in, started putting them mixtapes out, got back
that
high.
Ain't had nothing to do with Sierra, man.
I'm telling you. And then she got with Russell. Russell was up there running around, buying up catalogs and chasing around Sierra, worried about her, man. He wasn't studying, bro. Pete Carroll said, I'm
buying up catalogs.
Oh, man, bro.
Hey,
I can say this about Future, man. He's tripping, Future right now with heat, bro. Future's back on it, man. So, and rightfully so, man. But hey, man, we got a quick super chat from my brother Antonio Henderson with the $4.99 bid, man. We appreciate that so much for donating to the platform, man. Thank you. He says, y'all know I appreciate all the insight and knowledge y'all drop about my Falcons. So continues doing what y'all do. Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, and Ralph.
Come on, man.
That's funny.
Hey, who Bobby?
Antonio, stay with the bud.
That boy, they're crazy.
Hey, Trey just called me Ralph the other day. He sounds sensitive.
Damn.
Oh,
Mr. Sensitivity. There you go, man.
One thing I say about Antonio, though. One thing I say about Antonio, I don't care what he's doing. If he in somebody else chat, he gonna have my back. Trust me when I
that's a fact. That's 100%, man. Antonio Henderson is that guy. He's a stand-up dude, man. Salute and respect to Antonio Henderson, man.
Love it.
See the check down. See what's on. That's right. I'm on to something. You right, check down.
Oh man, switching topics, man. We're gonna talk a little bit about. We're going to talk a little bit about the Bijan Robinson comments from his earlier press conference last week. Man mentions that the Falcons are going to utilize him in a role similar to what San Francisco uses Christian McCaffrey, man. And those are big shoes to fill, man. Christian McCaffrey, as we all know, man, is the upper echelon at running back, and 49ers dropped the bag on him, making him the highest paid running back at $19 million. If I'm not mistaken, per year, resetting that market, man, a position that was really in years prior not a premium position. You've seen with the contracts that were doled out, Miles Sanders, Saquon Barkley just recently. Resetting that presents a problem in the future, especially for our Atlanta Falcons with Bijan Robinson. But to Bijan's comments, man, being used in that CMC role like in San Fran, those are big shoes to fill, man. CMC. 82 touchdowns, I think he has in his 7 or 8 year career. The guy is a dual threat receiver and rusher, man, does it all. So with that said, man, is that a good thing or a bad thing for these Atlanta Falcons to have Bijan Robinson in that role? And I say this, and I don't want to sound like I'm against it. The only red flag that I have is overutilization over the years has really torn CMC, man. He's been on the IR. He's been on the injury list multiple times. So we don't really want that for our rook, but we do want the production. But I'll leave it to you guys, man. Trey Boy, man, if you want to kick us off, what are your thoughts on this Bijan Robinson situation?
Man, look, I'm gonna these are my thoughts. This really pisses me off, right? I'm just gonna say it. This really pisses me off there. And you want to know why? Because ever since they got Bijan, they act like my boy Algier forgot how to play football. Man, like please, don't just try to force it to Bajan
so
much that you forget about you got a productive running back who running folks over, who got decent hands, who you can at least dump it to if you need to. He can run the ball. Stop forgetting about the boy Algier, because all he's gonna do. The boy was in college. The boy had to walk on, if I'm not mistaken, and he proved himself there. The boy was a 4th or 5th round draft pick. All that's gonna happen is the Falcons gonna let him go. Somebody gonna get him on the cheap, and he gonna be running folks over for another team. And Bajan gonna be back there with his cool haircut. He gonna be back there with his cool Predator haircut. I love Bajan. I'm just cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna be back there with his cool Predator dreads. And yes, he's gonna be productive. But we have another running back who is also capable of being a very productive running back in this league. Give the boy the ball. Arthur Smith, man, let me tell you, they will get y'all know this. I ain't telling y'all. And the people tuning in love the Falcons too. So y'all know this. Man, the Falcons would get down on the 2-yard line. And they would give the ball to everybody but Algier. They would give it to the boy who, man, I'm telling you, man.
Not with Desmond Ritter. They was on the goal line. They was on the 1-yard line.
Desmond Ritter had to go to the line snap.
Man, let me
they weren't even giving it to Robinson or Algier. I don't know what the fuck they were.
Man. And to add on to Trey Boy, to add on to your comments at BYU, his last year, he was an all-purpose back himself. And Smitty and I, we spoke about this candidly, man. A guy that produced over 1,600 yards his last year at BYU at running back. So I don't know why his utilization has been mismanaged. I mean, we talk about running backs that hit here in the past, man. I hate to say it, but EJ Duckett was a TD machine, touchdown machine for these Atlanta Falcons. Why not use Algier, a bowling ball himself, right at the 2-yard line? But I pray and hope that this year things will change. But depending on these comments as well, man, that might hinder some.
But Berto, I'm gonna tell you this: the team with running backs, that pay scale can jump in an instance. We know Derrick Henry we knew he was gonna get 17 million. What did he end up with? 12. So the schedule fluctuates. Absolutely. Christian McCaffrey has the production to back up them numbers, but what about Bijan Robinson, who's in the mix with a running back, just like Trey Boy said? He got somebody he got to share the ball with, so he's not going to get that kind of money because he's not going to put up that type of production. So you got to be a workhorse back to put up that type of production, and I don't see him doing that.
We don't need
Bijan. You're itching over there, B-Rich. Go ahead, talk to the folks, man. You keep inching closer to that mic. What you got to say, man?
I rock a lot.
He ain't by himself.
I agree with Algier. He gonna be there. So like when Bijan is tired, we got something. But hey, Bijan puts in the work just like Christian McCaffrey. Christian he's born and bred from the NFL. You know, his father played football. So Bijan, he has that work ethic, like he had people play in the NFL talk to him. So I really feel like he putting in the work right now to become the greatest in the game. He has that potential to be the greatest in the game right now. I see it. I saw it. He did some amazing things. And when he gets tired, who do we have? Algier. Like, I was really surprised we drafted Bijan. Like, we had a 1,000-yard rusher. I was like, all right, cool. We finna get the Georgia boy. We looking good, and we got Bijan. But like, I got a chance to watch him, and he was excited. He's like the Michael Vick at the running back position. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we didn't use him enough. I don't. Man, you getting paid. You in the pros, man. Like, he wasn't tired. He wasn't gonna wear it out. Like he played football. Y'all play football. It ain't that hard. Just play. It ain't like he was getting the ball 30 times.
I'm gonna tell you, the problem with that was, and I see it all the time on this show, inconsistent play calling by Arthur Smith. That's what the problem was.
Right.
Thank you. Hey, look, this is what the Falcons need to do. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid, bro. That's it. Keep it simple. You got man, bro.
He's getting emotional. Go ahead, be rich, man. Talk to him, fam.
Look, man, like all you do, Kiss, keep it simple. You got the tight end, you got Pitts, you got London for the deep route. You got Bijan for the swing pass, or get your 4 yards. They just do it right, man. Stop trying to get cute. Just play some football. We're gonna be all right.
Right. Hey man, I'm just gonna keep it simple, y'all. We don't need Bijan Robinson to be CMC for multiple reasons. For the injury standpoint, We also don't need it to be from the money standpoint. And we also don't need it to be because we have Tyler Algier, somebody who rushed for 1,000 yards his first season. My goodness. Him and Bijan Robinson are also the best backs that we have. Of course, that's obvious. But breaking tackles is another thing that I love about football. Both of these guys had the most broken tackles on the team, both at 15 apiece last year. So both of them are strong, but I don't need Bijan to go through and break as many tackles as he possibly can because I need him healthy. He's the smaller of the two, so I need him healthy. Ty Bully, that's the guy that I want to see in the fourth quarter when we got the lead. That's the guy who I want to see wear down the defense. That's the guy that loves to hit people. Former linebacker as well, so he's used to hitting people. Give the ball, like B. Rich said, keep it simple, stupid. Give the ball to the bully guy, man. Give the ball to the bowling ball, man.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you a duo. I'm gonna give you a duo that I think they should mark themselves out there. And even though they division rivals, when Tampa had Warrior Dunn and Mike Allstott, they need that same type production. If they can get that same type production, like those two guys, oh yeah, they're gonna have a hell of a run game. But guess what? If they do that, they're gonna make Kirk Cousins' job much easier. And guess what? That opens up the pass game. That opens up London. That opens up Pitts. So
you know what I noticed about Tyler too? It seemed like he was a little bit out of shape in the beginning. I think he's gonna come. He like in the beginning, he wasn't hitting the hole fast, and then near the middle of the year, it seemed like he got a burst. Maybe he was injured in training camp or something. But he definitely picked up a step near the middle of the year. So
I knew he wasn't gonna get the. I'm not taking any Tyler Algier slander.
I'm telling you,
John got picked at 8. Algier was not gonna get the ball like that. That's
what I'm trying to say is I don't think Tyler was prepared, and I think now this year he coming in prepared. I feel like he was a step slow in the first couple weeks, and then he picked it back up, man.
Let me tell you, my brother,
too many Big Macs, bro.
My brother,
still went and got another running back.
Hey, listen, my brother. You have some magic glasses on because you the only ninja who saw Algier tiptoeing and not in shape. I have
I didn't say
heard
I say like he was a step slower.
Person.
He was a step slower. But he picked it up in the middle of the year. Hey, look, man, y'all go back and look at the games. Look at the first couple of games. Algier wasn't hitting the hole fast as he was in the middle of the year.
Man, I'm not accepting any Tyler Algier slander. No,
I'm not slandering. I like Algier. I'm just telling you the truth. Or maybe Bijan was that much faster.
Ooh, man. Smitty, Chris, you want to add anything more? This topic right here is going to springboard us into our next
It's a great problem to have at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Ward done, Mike Alstott, smash and dash, whatever you want to call them. At the end of the day, it's a great problem to have. Both guys can have different skill sets that can produce for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm just saying, like I said before, I'll say it again and say it in the future. The one way to keep Kurt upright and to limit the worry about Caleb McGarry is use your running backs, especially in that fourth quarter. If you got a 3-point lead, 30-point lead, them folks not going to want to see Ty Bully fresh in the fourth quarter running it down their freaking throats. Okay? They just not. And you can preserve Bijan Robinson, the smaller the back, the home run hitter. I mean, we don't have to make him CMC. Let CMC continue to be CMC, and let's let Bijan be Bijan. If you want to use them similar, cool. Do not run our running backs into the ground because we have two great ones. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
Facts.
Yeah.
You guys good?
Birdcage say Bijan pass blocking is suspect as prostitute at the Mississippi Pimp Convention.
Oh my God.
Hey, the only thing that bothers me, Bijan, is hold on to the ball this year, bro. Hold on to the damn ball.
Hey, I'm just saying, you ain't have to worry about that with Ty Bully. He holding on to the ball and a few players. He holding on to the ball and a few players. But whatever.
Hold on,
man, Tyler Algier out there running for 40, 50 yards, and B-Rich talking about this man came in out of shape. Stop it.
I didn't say he came out of shape. I said he was a step slow.
You just said that.
I don't know if he was. I said I don't know if he was out of shape or he was injured. That's what I said.
I love it, man. This is great. Way out you gonna find content like this, feel good content, ladies and gentlemen.
Please
man.
stay off them magic
Let's
cookies over there, man. Stay off them edible eddies, man. Stay off them magic cookies over there, man.
He think he happy now because he don't walk 5 miles a day for a week.
You right.
I see your face slimming down.
Let me tell you something, man.
Face slimming down.
I wake up every day trying not. I wake up every day trying not to be as fat as the day before. And guess what? I don't feel as fat as I did yesterday. So it's okay.
You're looking good.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Looking good. Man. You know what he did do though? We got a little team, man. And the team, we all walking because of his ass. Thank you, Trey.
That's one.
Hey, you welcome, man. Tyler should be out there with me, man, because we stay in shape. We stay in shape.
Look, like Chris said, I think Tyler right now, he running them heels. He don't want to let it go. He like fuck Bajan. I like Bajan, but fuck him. I want this shit, and that's how we need to have it. And I tell you, if Kurt's doing that, if Penix's doing that, Bajan, like we're gonna be great because everybody's pushing everybody.
Oh man, you already know Kurt. Like you and I talked about Kurt Cousin. He better be training because his dad. His father-in-law, a big time Falcons fan. He ain't gonna be able to come to Thanksgiving dinner if he get here for Falcons and mess up.
What's his name? What's his name? Cousin what?
Cousin Pop. That's his father-in-law name. Cousin Pop, man.
I'll say this right quick, man. The Falcons will be in a good spot if unselfishly this tandem turns into what Tevin Coleman and Tyler Algier and Devontae Freeman were in 2016. Y'all can remember in the playoff game when Freeman was coming out and he pointed at these guys. He pointed at Tevin Coleman to eat. That's exactly what we want. That's the vibe that we want. Both men uplifting one another to produce for these Falcons, which this one right here is going to springboard into us into our next one right here, man. One Falcon facing the most pressure to produce in 2024. I think we highlighted a lot of it. I know that the media team for Atlanta has been hyping up Kyle Pitts beyond world, and that's great to showcase him, his fluidity in practice, him catching and running routes and stuff like that, like he was in his 2021 year, which is excellent. But the guy that we're just so candidly speaking about, Bijan Robinson, for me, would be the guy that has to produce the most. For the folks that don't know, man, Tyler Algier going into his second year, but his third offensive coordinator. We look at his college offensive coordinator, and what was his damn name? Steve Sarkisian, obviously Arthur Smith last year, and now he's going into a Zach Robinson offense. That has to put pressure on a running back, a young one at that, to go ahead and find his footing and how he can produce now in a new scheming system. All that said, now too, the CMC thing is going to be hindering over him. Bijan didn't have not too bad of a year last year. I think he finished with almost 1,400 yards in all-purpose yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 receiving. 4 rushing, not a bad statistical year, but now going into a Zach Robinson offense, having to learn all those learning curves that offense might show them. I think Bijan low key faces a lot of pressure and a lot of proving to the fan base that damn it, I was the guy at 8 picked last year, and this is why. So to you guys, man, who is your one Falcon facing the most pressure in going into 2024? As always, man, Trey Boy, please lead us off.
Man, if this guy's facing the most pressure, I don't know, and people might not agree with me, man, but I think it's the quarterback. I think it's Kirk Cousins, man. You've been brought in. You got a big time contract to come here and be the guy to get us over the hump. Maybe not the hump to the Super Bowl, but get us over the losing hump, back into the playoffs to be able to make a real run. And you got up there. He probably was on the magic cookies too. Ran his mouth a little bit in his introductory press conference.
These damn magic cookies, man.
Hey, let me tell you, and now
stay off the sugar, y'all.
Hey, man, stay off them magic cookies, man. And because now we up here about to lose some kind of draft pick. I don't know what the draft pick is or how severe the penalty will be, but you have that, and they gave us what, 4 or 5? How many primetime games we got this year? 4. They finally put us back on. And the word is Kirk Cousins can't produce in prime time. Now, I'm not going to tell you I believe that, but I'm just telling you all the things that have been put and set down at the table for it to be for it to be a pressure pie for him if he doesn't produce. And last but not least, let's not forget number 9. Let's not forget Do-Rag Daddy, boy. Let's not forget the Do-Rag Dude.
Oh shit!
The Do-Rag Dynamo. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
Do-Rag Dynamo, who is sitting back there waiting if he has to be put in. So for me, it's Kirk Cousins. Stir up them magic cookies so you can keep Do-Rag on the sideline. Because if not, we're gonna be raised all the way to the playoffs.
All right.
I can tell you don't eat an American cookie company.
I told you. I'm trying my best not to be as fat no more, Smitty.
I want to go next. But look, here the magic cookies. I got the magic cookies.
Yeah, man.
I got the magic cookies.
Is that oatmeal raisin?
He got
oatmeal raisin. I got the magic cookies. Check this out.
Oatmeal raisin is a fucking severely underrated cookie. I said it. I'm gonna give it to him.
I haven't had a magic cookie yet, but here we go. I think the most pressure, and now the most least pressure, is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins had the most pressure on him with the contract coming off the Achilles injury, all of that. It was a lot of pressure on him. But when we drafted Penix, I think that took a lot of pressure off of him because now he got to compete and he's not thinking about, I got to play. I can't let the man take my job. And he's always produced with RG3. When he always had competition, he always was dealt with the competition and came up, rose to the top. So I think the drafting of Penix kind of took a lot of pressure off of Kurt because Kurt had a lot of pressure on him by that money he got, the Achilles, and he was probably been in his head too much. Now he's not going to be in his head because that pissed him off and embarrassed. Wait, y'all got a quarterback? What the hell? That kind of put a chip on his shoulder, and I feel like it's a lot of pressure, but a lot of it was taken off because now he's going to be thinking about the shit he need to be thinking about. Now, with Kurt, I never really did my research on Kurt. I thought Kurt was a goofy, so I called Kurt Goofy. The reason I call him Goofy was
Go ahead, bro.
That's when he played against when he was with the Redskins, he went and bumped his head in the goalpost or whatever in the end zone and knocked himself out. So ever since then, I just always looked at him as a goofy. But now he's a Falcon, so he's a goofy Falcon. He got to produce. So.
Goofy,
and what he did at the press conference, was that not goofy? Was that not goofy?
Hey, be rich. I'm gonna be real with you. That was goofy as hell.
Exactly, bro. At that press conference, he did some goofy ass shit. So he gonna cost us a draft pick.
I told RJ, this is his fault. RJ is our plug, by the way. I told him that this is his fault, and I'm standing on it because if he would have did right and been the plug that he is, then Kirk Cousins went up there. So RJ, this is your fault, my brother.
Mm-hmm. They told me to drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link for you. You look good. No, they're the magic cookies. I'm about to get magical.
Magically delicious.
B Rich about to turn into a unicorn on there, man. Off them cookies, man.
Turn into cow
man. Let's go. What say you, Chris, man? What you got, man?
Oh, man. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all think I'm picking on him, but I'm not. Richie Grant, former second round pick. I ain't picking on Richie Grant. This man gave up 6 touchdowns at 126 court QB rating, 151 yards after the catch. 151 yards after the catch. My goodness, my man, you ain't too far from the end zone, so you giving up a lot. 11 missed tackles.
A lot of real estate, man.
A lot of real estate. 11 missed tackles, and yes, he's not the only Falcon in the secondary to give up 11 missed tackles because Jesse Bates did as well. But Jesse Bates also had 6 interceptions as well, and 1 going back to the house. So you can kind of forgive that. At the end of the day, the coach has vouched for you, Richie. I feel like you just take a lot of bad angles at the wrong times. He was one of the most targeted DBs. He had other people from other teams talking bad about you, saying, yeah, I want to go up against that guy. You were completely picked on, and you will continue to be picked on even more. You've already projectively lost your spot because they had DeMarco Hellams ahead of Richie Grant. So at the end of the day, Richie, this is a contract year. I need to see what you're going to do. What are you going to do if you're going to do? at this point. And Richie Grant, man, that's the guy with the most pressure for me. I understand we say Kirk Cousins, and deservedly so, because you see Aaron Rodgers, he's trotting around, but he looks old as hell, and we're afraid about that for Kirk Cousins. Hopefully that won't be the case. I'm just saying, hopefully that won't be the case. I'm just saying, hopefully that won't be the case. But that's I'm looking at Aaron, I'm looking at his greatness, but he also looks old coming off of that Achilles. And I'm like, I just really hope that's not going to be my quarterback at the end of the day. But that's just where I'm at, man.
Kurt looked like he throwing some darts though. When I was looking at,
Kurt looked good.
Oh yeah,
Kurt looked good.
Oh yeah.
But we already know. We already know everything's gonna look great up until week 1. That's when we really gonna see what's hot, what's popping. That's what we really gonna.
But the thing with that, Chris, you gotta think about it. He ain't got to take off running. All he gotta do is plant his foot and throw the football. That's all he got to do.
That's true. I understand that. But he still does have to plant that foot. He still does have to have in-game moments. You can't simulate in-game moments, no matter what. Right. We all know that. So at the end of the day, I'm with Kirk Cousins. At the end of the day, I'm with Kirk Cousins. But I'm gonna keep my eyes open to just the facts that anything can possibly happen. Anything. I got all the faith in the world.
That's a chance you take.
Yeah, that's one.
But
that's the chance you take.
Yeah,
that's the chance you take.
But I'm gonna go to the defensive side of the ball. I'm gonna go AJ Terrell, and y'all know I've been talking about this for 6 months, 7 months. We all talk about shutdown corners. Yeah, he's a good corner, but he's not a shutdown corner. If you want that $22 million payday, go out and get some interceptions. Stop dropping interceptions. Stop messing up technical wise, because we seen it last year. His technique was off last year. And I don't know what happened the last 2 years. You ain't had an interception since 2022. So, like I said, you want that bag, you better go play for it. We talk about shutdown corners, Deion Sanders, Darrell Reeves, Rod Woodson, and those type guys. If you want to be in that class and you want to be a top corner in this league, make your technique better. Show them that you deserve that bag. Because guess what? You are replaceable. Because as I told y'all, Clark Phillips coming, D. Alford coming, and there's going to be a cornerback out there after June 1st cut that they can go get to come in and challenge you as well. So, week 8, when is the trade deadline? Whenever the trade deadline come up, and AJ Terrell might not be here, just don't be surprised, because guess what? They just not finna get anybody 22 million, especially with Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and those guys' contract coming up. Just think about that.
That's true. And given the schemes that Raheem has ran in with the Rams, he don't give a damn about the size of a corner, man. He's played with some of the shorter corners in the league, man, and still had those guys producing. So size and his attributes really don't mean nothing to Coach Raheem and possibly Jimmy Lake, man. It's all how you handle it in the moment. And the guys that they had over there came up big when it mattered the most. AJ has been lacking severely in that, from 2022 until present, no interceptions, as Smitty just pointed out. For Summers, man. Whoo, man, this has been a banger of a show, man. This is going to sprinkle us into our last segment of tonight. Hopefully everybody that's out there that has eyes on us, man, has enjoyed this Falcons content, man. Again, this is your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show, followed by my boy Antoine Smitty Smooth Smitty 10K, soon to be 11K at the Sports Machine. Chris Tipmore at A1 Forever Sportsman, and B Rich and Trey Board, man. Hopefully y'all drop your YouTube link in the chat if you can, if you have a moment, so folks can start getting some traction on your platform and show you guys some love too, man, because you guys definitely have the gift of gab and great talkers and know your Falcons, know your Falcons stuff. So I'd love to have you guys on.
We're not getting in trouble with you tonight, my brother.
Hell no, man.
So Jack, 2 more hours.
We're going. Oh no, man. Hold up. Bang, right here. Wrong one.
What you doing?
Yeah, not everybody.
You tripping.
We ain't
Still
done
thank
that.
you everybody for coming by though.
Shit, definitely, man. So X Factor going into 2024. Now, again, like we spoke backstage, man, this could be coaches, this could be the GM, this could be players, this could be anything you guys feel as what is going to be the X Factor going into 2024. I'm gonna go ahead and say mine, man, because last year what hindered us a lot was the coaching aspect to this Falcons team. Of course, we're We've moved away from an egotistical man in Arthur Smith, a boneheaded guy in Arthur Smith. We get a rejuvenated and ready to coach Raheem Morris, Jimmy Lake, Zach Robinson, but that's my X factor going into 2024. How quickly can these Falcon players buy into the schemes that are being implemented now? Zach Robinson, 5 years with the Rams, has learned from a mastermind and a very Kyle Shanahan-esque style coach in Sean McVay. Can he instill that properly and fast enough for these Falcons players to go ahead and get acclimated to? Jimmy Lake, first year defensive play caller. You're definitely going to have the help of Jerry Gray and Coach Raheem Morris, but ultimately it's going to be on you to get these guys and scheme them the right way. So my X factors going into 2024 is the respected head coaches on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball. So, gentlemen, I'll open it up to you guys. Troy Boy, please let us know what you think for an X factor, man.
Man, well, honestly, man, I'm just gonna I'm gonna leave it at what you just said, because those were literally the two I had written down. Zach Robinson and Jimmy Lake. When you have first-time coordinators who've never called any plays, never schemed it up totally, by themselves at the NFL level, you have to look at them as some of the X factors, because it could go right or it could go left. You know what I mean? And not from a teaching standpoint, from a scheming standpoint, from an in-game scheming standpoint. That's one of the things I think us, most Falcons fans, that we yearned for years for coaches who could really, scheme in-game, change their schemes up. That's what was so great about, 2016 with Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan could switch it up in the middle of a game. We haven't had a lot of those coaches. We play a lot of teams and we say, man, how they switch up everything. Why coaches can't do that? We spent a lot of years looking for those coaches. So let's hope Zach Robinson and Jimmy Lake can not only lay a good foundation, but also be coaches who can scheme things up and change on the fly. So I'm with you, Berto. I second that, and I'll just leave it at that and pass it to somebody else, man. Offensive coordinator.
I agree. I agree with both of y'all, man, because coaching is everything, and I talk about that all the time on the show. And nobody has a bigger shoe to fill than Jimmy Lake. You taking over for a guy that brought the Falcons pass rush back last year. So
yes,
you go out, Raheem Morris go out and get you. He go out and get you what you need. He bring you old pass rusher over from the University of Washington. So he started you off on the right track. All you got to do is keep up. And the best way to do that, you go talk to Jerry Gray every single practice, every single film session to make sure everything is in order like it needs to be, because people don't know. Jerry Gray is one of the brightest defensive minds that the league has ever seen. So he has everything in place to succeed. But Jerry Gray, Jimmy Lake, I think they're going to have to be the biggest X factor this year to keep this team strong on defense. And that's why I said Falcons may have to put up 27 to 30 points a game to help this defense out, to keep them fresh. Because as y'all know, team is young. So conditioning with a lot of these young players on defense is going to be tough. And I just think that's just exactly what they have to do. So Jimmy Lake, Jerry Gray, y'all look.
Yep. Cool, be rich. What you got?
I say the most pressure is on the offensive coordinator. I asked the question. I called 92.9. I think his name John Fecky.
That's my boy. Yeah, that's my
guy right there.
Yeah, that's my boy.
I asked him last week the same question, and he broke it down. He's like, well, I'm not worried about it because Raheem Morris. And he said a lot of things that people don't realize is in 2016, Raheem Morris ran that offense with Kyle Shanahan. He learned a lot.
Yep, he did.
Receivers coach, and by him being there to guide the dude with that, he's seen a lot. He said Raheem has seen a lot, and for him to pick this guy, and the guy's been groomed by some of the best. So you got some signs of Kyle Shanahan. You got some signs of the Rams coach. You got some signs of all these people that's been groomed. So it's a lot. He is the X factor. He is the X factor to the Falcons making the playoffs. And like Trey said, and I didn't get a chance to say this to John's, like, he still ain't called no play when the shit hits the fan. You understand what I'm saying? So right. it could go left or it can go right. So he is the X factor. I think defense, you can get away with some shit. You know what I'm saying? But offense is all on you. It's 3rd and 3. What you gonna do? It's 3rd and 3. Right. We got to get 5 more yards to get in field goal range to go to the playoffs. You know what you gonna do? You know, are you gonna call a play to throw the Gabriel and get sacked and get out and lose the Super Bowl? We're gonna do something like that, or we're gonna run the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And just to cap this off, because everybody has great points, and I believe we're all on the same page. So just to top this off and to wrap this up, Raheem Morris. I would say Raheem Morris because of everything that you guys are saying about the offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. These are guys that you chose. So you have a lot of ingredients to your recipe for success with all the coaches that we brought in. You're more mature than what you were back then. You've coming off a Super Bowl win a couple of seasons ago. So, you know, your maturity is there. But it's time to put everything together. It's time to put all the ingredients in for the recipe of success, whip it in the pot, and produce the product. When things are going wrong, when things are looking shaky, it's going to be your job to keep these guys together. Your job to tell Zach Robinson, hey, it's okay that you might have made a bad call. We're going to get through it because we're going to be better. Jimmy Lake, it's okay that you made the wrong call. We're going to get through it. We're going to be better. Just continue to be that motivational speaker to them. Continue to breathe life into them so they can breathe life into our players and continue to produce and be a playoff team and beyond. Because to me, and people may not agree, but this is playoff or bust for me this season. We have all the pieces.
Oh, yeah.
We have all the ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
All we have to do is execute the way that we know how.
But
and we're going to be on coaching.
The reason why I know it's going to work is because unlike other coaches who specialize in this and specialize in that, Raheem Morris is coached damn near every position on the field. So you're going to see him in every single film room on every position. So he's going to have his handprint all over his team. That's why he talked about transparency. You can't have transparency without what they called it. Without I can't think of the word, but yeah, when you got transparency, man.
Are you eating them cookies? Be Rich, you send them some?
Yeah, I had some. I need chicken right about now.
Right now. Oh, shit. There you go, buddy.
Oh shit.
Man, that nigga said the magic cookies. Hey, these cookies are from the Bahamas, True Haven. Y'all check them out, man. Good. TrueHaven.com.
Oh, they definitely magic. They from the Bahamas. They got that good green down there.
Yo, Mark is going after that. Mark is like,
y'all ain't letting your boy get in. Oh yeah, please grab your Bibles and all the congregation and everybody say amen, amen.
Oh man. Look, Smitty and his damn chicken.
Hey, gotta have it, bro.
That's Ryan from the Birdcage. Shout out to the Birdcage, man. Another fantastic tandem over there. Gray Beard and Ryan the Historian too, man. On YouTube as well, man.
Like K-Dub, he doing his thing too, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. He's been having some bangers of a guest, man. Steve Weish and Coach Mike Smith, a couple months back, man. That was really good, really good shows back to back, man. But gentlemen, man, reached that time, man, to say thank you to everybody that came through tonight, man, to support us and view us, man. Appreciate it so much, man. Be Rich, Trey Boy, man. Can't thank you guys enough, man, for definitely, coming on, agreeing to come on, man, and just
thank y'all.
Talk to the fans, man. It's been wonderful, man. So again, let the folks know where they can find you. We dropped the link. I think Smitty dropped the link in the chat.
Drop a link to the channel.
Yep. Hopefully, folks, start subscribing and showing some love and catching y'all segment when you guys drop them. But again, man, let them know.
We have to return the favor, man. I really thank y'all for having us. This is very exciting. This is our first time doing this. And we're enjoying it, man. And we was honored.
I can't tell. Y'all
can't tell, man. You gotta naturals, bro.
But I want to say I'm honored. I won't never forget. This is my first time being on stream, Yard, and you guys to hit us up and to ask us to do this. I got chills talking about it. It means a lot to us because me and Trey, we take this very seriously, and it's the beginning of it. And it just validates, our dream. Like Trey been trying to get this off the ground for 5 years, and it just took me this year to see his vision, and I wish I would have saw it 5 years ago.
Hey man, you see it now though, brother. You hear it now.
You
hear it now.
Hey Trey, he been geeked up on some cookie that long.
Hey man, hey, I'm not fooling with him, but him, yeah, he on no magic cookies, man.
Oh man.
Hey, look, let me tell you, man. One time we went in Denver, man. One of our business partners, man, had some of them magic cookies, man. And so I had to ride with the bus driver to the next city. They took a plane. They had to do something else. So it's just me and the bus driver. So I'm like, you know what, man? Let me take one of these magic cookies. So I ate half. I ain't feel nothing after about an hour. I'm like, you know what, man? They ain't even working. Let me eat the other half. So I ate the other half. I still didn't feel nothing, man. Me and this man stopped at a Cracker Barrel, man. And I hate Cracker Barrel. We stopped at a Cracker Barrel in the middle of, I don't even know where we were. We were definitely in the Midwest, in the middle of nowhere. I'm pulling a drink at the Cracker Barrel, getting a drink, and somebody don't tell me how. Somebody called my name, Playboy Trey. That was my artist name, Playboy Trey. Man, when I turned around to see who it was. When I tell you, but that whole high hit me as soon as I turned around. It was like the whole building was doing the wave.
This man experienced a Matrix. He was on a Matrix high.
I said, man, what is happening, man? I was doing.
He sound like he was in the episode of Wrong Turn.
Hey,
we sound like he was the X Factor that day. I tell you that,
man, I was gone for an entire day. so I don't fool with them magic
good
cookies.
Ass cookie, man.
Hey, I don't fool with them, but be rich over there on the magic cookies.
Man,
hey man, but seriously, man, thank y'all. Hey man, thank y'all so much for having us, man. You know, just want to say that first and foremost, you know, we appreciate y'all, you know, thinking that we brought something to the table.
Hey man, you ain't got to thank us, because trust me, we're gonna have y'all on again, man. Trust me.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that,
we
man.
definitely come back.
Yeah, man. We just two guys from Atlanta, man, who love the Falcons, and all of us up here, we love the Falcons, man. Berto, like, it's amazing that Berto is a Falcons fan. He's not even from Atlanta, so I got a lot of respect for him. I'm sure Berto probably used to be on the Falcon message board going in on folks. I bet if I look at some stuff, I bet he used to be on the Falcons.
Nah, man, I
going in
man,
on people, man, but. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, we just having fun, man. And if y'all get a chance, man, if y'all want to see something that we all experience, man, look up our clip, man, called Birds and Cuss Words, man, where I break down the poem.
Hold on. No. You need to do the poem right now. Do the poem right now. We got to close it out with the poem, man. Y'all got to hear this. You got to
hear it, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Ready.
Come on, let's do it.
Okay, look, I'm going to do it. Hey, babe, I know you and the kids got home, so they finna hear me curse. So look, man. So it goes just like this. When the birds took to the sky and the ship set out to sea, there was a falcon flying high, winning 28-3, running up and down the field, moving swift and moving fast. And for 3 whole quarters, Patriots fans knew we was all on their ass. Tom Brady was looking foolish. Bill Belichick was stuck. And every time the Falcons scored, we'd play Nuck If You Buck. We were drinking margaritas, and my wife was blowing a kiss. And all I could think was, oh, man, we about to finally win this shit.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, everything went flat. It's like my Falcon got shot out the sky and went splat, splat, splat. And as they scored the winning touchdown, I couldn't even take no more. So I told everybody at our house for the Super Bowl party, get the hell out of my front door. I'm mad and I'm sick, and I can't take it, man. But that's exactly what happens when you decide to be a damn
Falcon fan.
Damn. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. And that's exactly how we're going to end the show. Thank you, and shout out to everybody that came through this evening. Real quick, we'll run it down. This is the Water Boys. Chris, let them know where they can find you, man, and shout the folks out right quick, man, before we head out of here, man.
Hey, man. A1 Forever Sports on YouTube. A1 Forever on Twitter. A1 Forever on Instagram. The real A1 Forever on TikTok. And, man, as I always say, if you haven't done it, please find your peace today. Please find your peace today. Positive energy always creates elevation. And that's how you find your peace. I want everybody to enjoy themselves, saying get ready and look at yourself. And if you have a neighbor next to you, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, the Falcons are back on the rise this Falcons NFL season, man. We're gonna do this, man.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
Optimistic.
Let's do it.
I feel real optimistic, and it's playoff or bust, man. It's playoff or bust. Let's get it.
100. Y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, on Fatboy Slim _21 on Twitter, because I'm always on Twitter blowing it up, because that's what I do. And then, like I said, man, if y'all missed those dynamic 2 shows the last couple of days, please go check them out, man. Me and Chris put in hell of work the last 2 days, man, and
definitely, man.
We made friends for life, man, because Bart Rathburn is going to come back when Summer League comes up, and William Andrews will be back on the show before the season starts. So
help us out with Twitter, Smitty.
Hey, we're gonna rock. We're gonna rock it out, man. We're gonna rock it out. And trust me,
we got you.
When we put our fingers on it, we try to push it out into the atmosphere. Because one thing about it, positivity brings change. So
there we go.
Hey, as I always tell y'all, man, my boy Alberto, go ahead and take us out of here, man.
Absolutely, man. As you all know, man, it's your boy Berto, your host of the 95 North Falcons Talk Show on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the RI Falcons. And you can also find me on Bleacher Report at 95 North Berto. I'll be back on June 13th, with one assignment for the month, man, as my boy Mark Cheney, who's another one of my counterparts over there on Bleacher Report, man. Ain't really much to do.
That guy right there.
That guy right there, Mark Cheney, man. Salute to you, my brother. But those are the socials. Those are the platforms, man. We will catch y'all soon. We'll be back soon at that, man. So, peace.